All right, guys, today things are a little bit different.
Yes, we are not in our normal spot.
We're actually at the Social Media Summit in Napa. So this is our hotel room and this is the quietest spot we could find, but we're ready to get into the 12 resident events for April.
These are some of my favorite. I can't wait to show you.
So let me go ahead and share my screen. Where do I do that? There we
There we
go.
go.
All right. So for those of you that are not Sprout members, remember you can always go to Try Sprout Free. And when you do that, you'll get a sampling of some of the things that we're showing off today. And then for our members, obviously you can log into your dashboard and this is what you'll see. Everyone, I want to encourage you. This issue is absolutely gorgeous if you can check that out. But we're going to jump over here. Everyone has access to our planning pack.
Mhm.
And something that you guys will see that we added is the 12 event ideas that we're showcasing today. There's actually that in there, plus the shopping list that for everything that you're seeing that we've put together.
I think it's so beautiful. It has like that watercolor kind of look to it. It's beautiful.
So pretty. And before we get there, I do want to share there's a few kind of fun dates that are happening for April. So you've got April Fool's Day, National Walking Day, National Burrito Day, Handmade Day, Beer Day, World Health Day, Siblings Day.
We have to celebrate that one.
Pet Day, Grilled Cheese Day, Scrabble Day, Gardening Day, World Art Day, Tax Day. I don't know if we want to celebrate
I
that.
know.
Earth Day, Picnic Day, Telephone Day, Arbor Day, Superhero Day, and International Dance Day.
Mhm.
So you'll see some of those we've woven into the events, and some. One of the things we know some of you love to piggyback off the creative holidays, but sometimes it just doesn't work on that day. And so we've made it in a way that you can use it
Throughout the
anytime.
month.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it not just in April,
Yeah.
right? So, okay, let's go back to, or let's just kick it off.
Yes.
I'm going to jump here to our very first event. So the first one is a Go All Out Fur Fest, which, we always try to do regularly pet events because we know a lot of you are doing that more and more. And actually, I think at this conference, we heard that search for pet was like
This
up.
was like very, very talked about during this conference. So definitely piggyback on this idea. People want to show off their pets. So use that to your advantage.
I think search was up by 50% when they're looking for an apartment. So they want to know that the community is pet friendly, pet forward.
Mhm.
And so these events, they not only are they fun for your residents, but they give you a ton of content, right? For
Right.
social media that you can sprinkle out. So ways to do it. A fun fur fest. You see how we set ours up here. This is just a cool paper backdrop, and
Mhm.
we put up all the Sprout signs that members have access to. And you can do this really anywhere because it's a smaller setup. So you can do it near a pet amenity, or a pet park. You can set up a little station.
Mhm.
You can have individual little goodies that they can take with them. And you can provide goodie bags with gifts that they can maybe build their own or pre-made ones. Marcy's going to show you guys that.
Mhm.
And then you can include them. Let's say you don't have a spot to hang the flyers, just add them as a fun like giveaway inside of the goodie bag.
Yes.
So super
And
easy.
an event like this, you're going to want to take a lot of pictures. This is going to be great to show off on social. Again, yeah, everybody loves their pets.
So Lauren and I put this one together, and I think like having these massive jars where we did a ton of pet treats, it adds the volume, and then the one jar with all the pet toys that we got on Amazon, links are included for you guys. It just makes the space feel like a party, and then it gives you those good pictures that you can take. And then as you're handing them out to your pets, like get actual photos of the real pets at your community.
Mhm. Okay, so this is kind of another spread showing some of the designs and goodies, but maybe you don't want to do a full out event this month. There's a really easy option in a grab and go event for a yappy hour. So you can see here we have our little cart. It's filled with a lot of goodies for our pets, tennis balls. All of this is really inexpensive, and you can put these goodies together. They can stop in the office and grab it at their leisure. And you can see some of the little goodies put together are so cute.
What I love about that cart is that you literally could put it anywhere. So if you wanted to set it up in your dog park
Mhm.
on, at the end of the day when people are taking their dog for a walk, you could. It doesn't have to be inside. It could be really anywhere. And I think this cart we got off of Amazon, but IKEA has some cool ones too.
I have
So
one at home too, yeah, from IKEA.
okay, if you want to do this as a virtual event, you can do a pet parade. And the way that you would strategically do this is you would invite, first of all, residents to send in videos, little clips of their pets.
Mhm.
When you click on the green click to access event as a Sprout member, it's going to take you to this blog, which then has links to the Canva reel. So it's a template to make your own reel. You're going to take all of those videos, upload them, and create your own custom reel that you can use showcasing the pets in your community, but it has this look and feel. So what's really cool, you don't have to do a ton of video editing. You don't have to be a professional to look like a professional. This is so simple. And we talked a lot here at this conference about multi-purpose content. So use it on Instagram, use it on TikTok, use it, you could then send a link out in your email to it. There's so many ways that this content can create this like momentum. And I think the term is not just pet friendly, but pet forward, where we're
I love
actually,
that
yeah,
term.
we're
Mhm.
actually like really showcasing it. Okay, Mars, your turn.
Okay, so we're in the middle, we're going into spring now. So a spring fling is such a fun way to really celebrate the season. You can offer a lot of really festive different items. Like as you can see here, we have these little cute potted plants that they can grow, or you can do a grab and go bouquet or make your own bouquet. There's so many ways that you can actually bring this event to life. So whatever your community feels comfortable doing, you guys can really make it your own.
Even seed packets,
Yes,
right?
and have some fun music playing, make
It
it
feels
bright
like
and fun.
spring here.
I know,
It
it
really
does,
is starting to
yes.
feel like it. I love
I
seeing all
don't
the
wanna leave.
flowers. Well, where I'm at in the Fredericksburg Hill Country, we have all the wildflowers. And when I
Yes.
was leaving, they were just starting. So I'm excited to come a week later and see what it
I
looks like.
know, I'm sure they're gonna be popping.
Okay, I love this stress less event because raise your hand if life is stressful sometimes. Raise. Oh my gosh, we're obviously sisters. Um, we love this. This can be a grab and go, or it can be like an all-out event, but having little things like a relaxation station, you can have different oils, you can have different grab and go masks, you can have the stress balls,
Little candles, yeah.
candles. Yeah, you can also do like tea bags, like chamomile tea or different teas.
Mhm.
And again, depending on how you want to lay this out, you can either do it as a grab and go or pre-done little goodie bags. We give you everything you need to put it together, make it feel special. Bonus points, something else you could do is partner with a local spa, and you could do this virtually and do some sort of a giveaway where maybe the first person to answer something correctly, or, to tell why do you need this, this gift card. So there's a lot of variations on it. But I think especially going into like summer when things are a little crazy for a lot of people, this is a good pre-warm up for that.
I love that, such a pretty picture.
All right, let's flip to the next.
Okay, this one is so cute. We did this one. So this birdhouse decorating, this is such a great way and a very inexpensive way to get your residents involved in doing something fun. Again, like Barbara mentioned, all of these events can either be a go all out, or you can make it as a grab and go where they take that little birdhouse and paint, and they can do it at home. But this is again another way to celebrate the season. Kiddos love it. Me and Lauren ended up using these for
I
our
know.
kiddos at the park during spring break, and they loved it. We have it hanging in our backyard right now.
So a little known fact is that because we put everything together, our team
Mhm.
does, and we're always wanting to make sure, like if something is too hard, we're like,
Right.
nope, managers don't have time for that. So we're making it super easy. But the little known fact is that Marcy and Lauren's kids are usually the benefactors
love it.
of all this stuff that we get.
Yes.
And they get to enjoy it. So these are so cute. The Amazon links are there. They're not crazy expensive.
Mhm.
And like Marcy said, some residents, you might want to set up a craft table, put on music and have light refreshments, and they want to hang out. If your residents are a little more shy, just do a grab and go. So it can be super easy.
And if you have like a playground at your community, this would be a great
great
way to get
idea.
the kiddos
You
involved.
could
Yeah.
even do like a pop-up table with a few chairs. And
Yes.
don't worry about it being big events. Like you get 5 people, 10 people, you're building these little pockets of interaction.
Right. Yep. And you're building consistency as well.
Even at this conference, I was really noticing how, yeah, they have the big parties, but Marcy and I gravitate to the smaller groups. We feel we get to know people better. And I think that there's a lot of people like us out there that don't want to be in the mix of a big thing. They're maybe not as comfortable. And so, again, just be cognizant of appealing to all of your residents.
Yes.
Okay, so this one is probably one of my, I don't know, the
Yeah.
birdhouse and the modern design, that the modern spring that Autumn created, they're just like gorgeous. Our illustrator Autumn actually designs these, hand draws them. And this one's so cool. We kind of wanted to do like a play off of a Picasso. And what we thought is, a lot of you live near the art district or museum district, and this is a way to get residents that are interested in art involved. So you could either have local artists that you display their art and people can buy it for them, or they can come in and do like mini talks on their their craft. Yeah,
Mhm.
doesn't have to just be paintings, it could be any craft. Or you could get discounts for a local museum and do like an art walk at an actual museum for your residents, or just give them away as a VIP perk.
I love that idea. Okay, so as Barbara mentioned earlier, this month has National Beer Day included in it, right? So this is a really fun, you could do a happy hour. And what I love about this one is even if you didn't want to maybe do brewskis or beer, we have a whole sip campaign. So you can do it however you'd like. You can host this offsite at a restaurant, a local even bar near your
Or a
area or a
winery or
winery.
what, yeah.
Get your residents excited about it. And I love these designs too. I don't know if it's just me, but all of the campaigns this month have just been beautiful.
Our team's crushing it.
Hmm.
So there's this vineyard that we go to in Fredericksburg, and it's actually the perfect combination because my husband likes wine, but he prefers beer, and I'm the opposite. I can drink a beer, but I prefer wine. So there's this local vineyard. We haven't been together yet, but
Okay.
they have beer on tap, and then they also are exclusive women-owned and curated wine and beer crafters.
Really?
So it's really kind of a cool thing. And I think, again, when you're thinking about your events, you want to do events that include people, but at the same time, again, a smaller group that's maybe learning about craft beer, that could be really cool. My husband would be all over that if he got to go to an event with like a couple of, guys from the neighborhood and they're talking about, beer, especially if you have local crafters that, they have their own breweries or different things like that. Could be a really neat, like educational and fun event.
And again, the more intimate events where it's not such a huge group actually are so great because you do create those connections with the
Totally.
people you meet.
You can bring it on social, right? So anything that you learn, like do a this or that. Are you a wine or a beer? We're thinking of hosting an event that can inform
Feel
the
it
event
out.
that you want to do. And then if it's like, what kind of beer? Do you like IPAs? Do you like more, bitters or sours or, different kinds like that? So it's a great way that you can take an event. And again, guys, we want you to leverage it so that you get a lot more life and content out of it without doing a lot more work.
Hmm.
Then the resident game night is just fun. Scrabble, you can have a game night party, a tournament, or have a selection of board games that people can check out or use in your club room. I love this for any kind of community, but it's kind of funny. It runs the gamut. Student housing loves this kind of stuff, and so does
Mhm.
senior housing. So it's like full circle.
Yeah.
So I think you could do a lot of fun things just to remember, like, look how popular Wordle was. People love like a competition. And if you bring that up, like maybe you do a tournament that's ongoing and you
Mhm.
share like so and so's on the leaderboard or crushing it at Scrabble, who's going to beat their top score next week, and you just tease that out.
My kiddos love sorry, especially my youngest, my 5-year-old, who's Barbara's mini me, loves to say sorry and hit me off the board.
There's just like such a pleasure of like the
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about this plant exchange because I actually found this idea at our local library. I love it. There's a place in the Bernie Library for those of you in Texas. During the spring, they have this great thing where people can bring in little clippings. So you can propagate your own, like grow from their propagated plant. They also bring in seeds, and then they have them in one of those library carts A through Z, and you can go to like C and you might find cucumber
Cool.
seeds in
That is
there.
neat.
So you could do something like this where people can either donate, like I have this massive pothos plant, and it's like the kind that's like, it just is like what you would think of in an ivy. It's so huge that anytime friends come over, I cut a little clipping and I put it in water for them. And like they always will share with me, oh my gosh, my plant is finally getting so big. And so I think this is a great way to forge community for people that are plant lovers, that are excited. Maybe they miss having a garden if they're ones that have downsized from a home or they'd eventually want to have a garden. This is a great entry, but it's also a way to form those connections. So you guys, I'm partial to this.
Yeah, well, Barbara is like our gardener in the family
I
and at
love it.
Sprout. And it's funny because I wish that I had a green thumb and I don't, but an event like this would
Would
be
get you
really
excited.
fun. Yes, because I want to. I want to have all that green in my house.
Yeah,
So
and it's not that hard. I think that's what's so fun. So if you
right.
guys aren't following at Sprout Marketing, I share a lot of stuff from my
She does.
garden, and I would love for y'all to join me because on a separate note, I think it's equally important for you that have busy, stressful jobs to also have something fun that you can look forward to outside in nature. For me, that's my garden.
Yep. Okay, so next is our sweet drink picnic. As the weather is warming up and really nice before it gets really hot, this is a great way to do a really fun community event where you invite your residents to bring their food. They can have a little picnic either at your community if you have a great area outdoors, or you can meet somewhere like a local park in your area. And you guys can provide the lemonade, the either pink lemonade, regular, but
Sparkly, if
yes,
you want to add a little bit of something fun, like a Prosecco version.
I love that idea.
And what I love about that too is I have seen some of you that have larger budgets. You'll put together like pre-purchased charcuterie boards, like mini ones,
Mhm.
which can also be really nice. So again, accessible at all price points. We've also done this event where you get the tiny lemonade packets from Amazon. You just added as a little to one of the gift tags, and you let residents come and grab and go those as well. So
So many ways you
there's
can do
so
it.
many ways. So the last one is a superhero mask making, because I think it's superhero day. I think we mentioned that in April. So this is again a fun kit that you can put together for the kids or the big kids or the adults that just want to have fun. This is a lot of fun that they can decorate it. They can, set it up as a crafting station, and you have all the goodies. And then if they let you, you can take pictures. Just a little note, right? Sometimes residents maybe don't feel comfortable showing their kids' faces. The bottom right, I love how we did this photo, and it's, you can't really recognize the kid. It's, it's blurred out. And you see that there's that, like, the main focus is the actual mask. You could even crop it a little bit even more, but you could have all the different variety, because again, what we're seeing and what they're teaching us in search is that people are searching 6 months in advance for community, but what they're looking at is not your website immediately. They're looking at what life is really like at your community. So teasing out this stuff, like, I don't know about you, but if you saw like that they did stuff like this for the kids, would that be appealing to you as a mom?
Yes, absolutely. I feel this, first of all, would be an event my kids would love, and I would go with them, and I'd want to make it too.
So you would get to meet other parents, you would get
Yes.
to connect, and so it could be really cool.
Mhm.
Now, for our Sprout members, you know that not only do we share events every single month, but we also help you find the best resident gifts, and they tie into the campaigns that you saw here. If you guys aren't watching this, you can go to watchyourbusinesssprout.com. It'll be the latest one. You can also just search April events. The bird pack, the bird's nest, is what we did the notices. So every month we create one full scale, full circle notice pack. And this one is reminders that make sense for spring. So your patios, your rent is due, the parking space, the Wi-Fi, office closure notices. And there's a ton of these campaigns. So every month we're just adding to that. And that's something that Sprout members get.
And then we always have our Sprouter Spotlight, where we highlight a member that's doing it right, that is really putting together these great events.
This is the heart, right? This is when we talk about reach.
Mhm.
It's like, that's the heart of the community.
Yes. So if you guys actually put an event together, definitely share it with us. We'd love to highlight you guys as well.
So this community, Hudson Oaks, they're an active living community. They donated 52 boxes, it looks like, of cereal. They did Hudson Oaks use the cereal design bar, which we shared last month. And instead of actually doing it as a cereal bar, they did it as a donation. So their residents donated 52 boxes of cereal to a local elementary school in support of the school's initiative to help ensure that no kid goes hungry. I don't know a better way to use that. Nothing makes me happier than seeing you guys take an idea that we had and making it 20 million times better, because this feels like such a cool thing.
I love that.
All right. And for those of you, y'all are here watching the Multifamily Mix, we want to thank you for being part of our community. Don't forget, if you're not a member, go to trysproutfree.com. If you are a member, log into the website, get ready to start planning April. Your social captions are ready for April, and May's just around the corner. And then what else? Is there anything else that we need them to know about? We'll be at our retreat at the end of this week. So
check out our Instagram page for tons of pictures on that. I'm really excited to be together with everybody. We're gonna have a great time.
So at Sprout Marketing, and guess what? We're actually going to be putting some events together for our team that we encourage you guys to do for your residents. So it's really full circle. We live what we share, and we're always taking your feedback to make it better. So if you love this show, please subscribe and also leave us a 5-star review. Let us know what you're enjoying. It helps other property managers get to know our podcast, and also just make our industry a little bit better. All right, guys, that's a wrap on today's Multifamily Mix. Keep shaking things up at your community, your career, and most importantly, your life. Until we mix and mingle again, see you next week, friend.